Okay, so probably after a certain point, I should just stop making video game related videos because I'm not a gamer. You know, I like video games, they're fun, but it's not my main interest. My main interest is obviously movie collecting, and that's like overflowed to a ridiculous degree. However, this is probably why I'm not a big gamer. Growing up in the sixth generation as I did of video games, I got all these games here uh, using the media remote. So, Marvel Rivals, I played a little bit of that. That was fun. And this is probably why I don't play a lot of video games that much, because that's my console storage. Keep in mind, I got this PS5 when I was sick, whole thing about that. That's the console storage. That's how many gigabytes are left. That's nothing. And then we go to the upgraded, extra storage that I got last year, and I have less than a terabyte left. And I think this kind of goes into what I was talking about in my last video, is games nowadays, whether it's because, the obvious, they have better graphics, and those graphics are going to take up more storage space. So that makes sense. Doesn't change the fact that it's kind of a pain in the ass if you just want a game collection. So keep in mind, if I go to any of these games here from GameCube or the Wii, put them in the Wii because the Wii is the one with the component out. The GameCube uses composite. That's because this is a newer GameCube where they got rid of the component output. I do have a GameCube that has the component out, and maybe I should consider getting that fixed, but I'm not too sure. I mean, look at this. So, okay, I'm gonna back away so I don't do something stupid by accident. Like, gaming is fun, and gaming on this TV especially is a whole new ball game, if you will, because the screen's better. I got this stereo setup, which I've had forever, and it's a great way to play video games. It's comfortable, it's fun, there's really nothing to bitch about other than the storage space thing. And, the problem with the storage space shit is, well, you got all these games, okay? And to be honest, I don't even know if I've installed all the games. I might have, but I might not have. And this is just what I have for PS4 and PS5 physically, because the thing I love about the PS5 is its backwards compatibility. So even though the PS5 may or may not have a large library, I don't even want to think about the fucking PS6. I mean, I still got a PS3 for God's sakes, that still works. The only problem is I probably got to get the controller for that repaired again. It's dealing with the stick drift again. However, what I love about the PS5 is that you have a large library of games right out the gate from the previous generation of consoles. It's one of the reasons why I've always loved the backwards compatibility and why I was annoyed when it came to the Wii U. And you're probably going, why the fuck are you bringing up the Wii U? Well, it's just a general gaming video rant thing, I guess. What you're going to see behind me is kind of hilarious here. So, Marvel Rivals just finished updating, so that's kind of a good thing. However, the one thing that's really annoying is kind of a simple one. That is that modern gaming just takes up too much damn storage space nowadays. And like I said, I understand why that's the case. It doesn't change the fact that it's still annoying. I've had the same collection of games since I was a kid. So, I'm talking stuff I got in 2004 to now. So, oh my god, over 20 years of video games. And keep in mind, I'm a very casual gamer, and I still haven't beaten probably a majority of these games. So that's another reason I'm not really so into this newer era. Because, I got a stack of games here, and it just makes me question the point of getting new consoles. Why do you get new consoles? Well, you get new consoles because you want to enjoy the fun of gaming. Now, I know people who are PC people are going to go, well, PC gaming is better. You're right. I've said you're right. And even though I've said PC gaming is better, some people still feel the need to give me shit when I've acknowledged it just because I prefer console gaming because of my storage space situation. Because I'm a YouTuber, I have a backlog of videos to edit. I thought that was a reasonable enough statement, but, you know, people are strange and just like to randomly criticize someone they don't even know or whatever reason. It just feels like gaming has become less fun. When I was a kid, you take a disc, you put it in the console, turns on, have a couple of loading screens, and bam, you're playing a game. Now you gotta install a bunch of shit, you gotta have updates, and in a lot of ways you can make the case that this is better for gaming because they can just add new shit through a download, even though those downloads take up a shit ton of storage. So I go back to Marvel Rivals. So with that update, Marvel Rivals just took up a shit ton of storage. Yeah, you can also make the case, well, you got a Battlefield game there, and look how much storage that takes up. That takes up like 100 gigabytes almost. Or how about Horizon Forbidden West, which literally takes up over 100 gigs. Final Fantasy VII, almost 100. And it's just, it makes me feel fucking old. I don't know what to say. It just makes me feel old. And it's just weird. I just find it strange. And maybe it's because time is just moving too quick for me when it comes to media and ways of consuming media. And maybe this is a different type of video I'll make besides this one. I mean, we got a game like Watch Dogs, which back in the day, that would have been a lot of gigabytes. And I ironically have the PS3 copy somewhere there. I don't know why I got two copies of the same game, but I do. I think it was probably cheap, and I've been meaning to get rid of the PS3 version for a while, especially because I need to get the PS3 fixed. And you're probably going, well, why are you bitching? Because that's what this video is. It's just me bitching a little bit. And I guess the reason I'm bitching is because I'm a guy on the internet with opinions, and that entitles me to post shit about me bitching about things that mildly annoy me. So, thank you for watching this video. Live long and prosper. Have a great day.